A little something with 4 cards. Here. I'm going to put a joker into your hand right there, okay? Just kind of hold on to it. Just to separate your hands is perfect. And to make it interesting, we will use a second joker right there. Oh, sorry, my fault. These jokers need to be face down. This is very important, okay? Now here's what's going to happen. My jokers will change places with your jokers, okay? Now, I could show you how it happens quick, or I could show you slow motion. Want to see slow motion?
Yeah.
Slow motion, this is how I'm going to switch them. Like that. That's slow motion. You feel that. But quickly, you're not going to feel it, okay? This is the quick white watch. Did you feel that? They actually switched to aces.
Oh,
Wow.
Hey guys, welcome to the project. You've got in your hands a really devious 4-card change. I've been around for a long time. This is one of the cleanest 4-card changes I've seen. You show 4 jokers, they change to 4 aces, front and back. What's nice about it, the psychology built into this routine leaves the spectator under the impression that they have examined all the cards. It's super practical for walk around, table hopping. You could throw it into your set anytime. There's really no advanced preparation. I show you how to do this on the fly. I give you, I think it's 4 handlings on the DVD with this one effect. 4 really cool handlings. You're going to learn all of them on this DVD. All of them can be used with the gimmick cards that you have in your set right now. So let's stop talking. Let's get into it. Let's check it out now. All right, here's the cards you get in your package. You're going to get an ace of spades, an ace of clubs, ace of hearts, and ace of clubs. Now, if you look closely, you'll notice the ace of spades, the ace of diamonds, the ace of hearts are regular, normal aces. The ace of clubs, however, is a special ace. If you look closely, you'll see that, in fact, it's 2 cards which are stuck together. I do not want you to pull these cards apart yet. We're going to do that in a moment. But that's your gimmick card. And now let me show you how we're going to prepare these cards. So you're going to take your regular ace, you're going to put them aside. You're going to take your double card and you're going to slowly pry this card open. Okay? So I'm going to push my thumb in, and what I'm going to do is slowly push and slowly pull up here. Okay? I'm going to push my thumbs deeper in and pull up a little more. Deeper. In other words, what I don't want you to do is bend this card completely backward. I want you to slowly pull it apart until they come apart. Okay? Be gentle and pull them apart. And you're going to end up with 2 jokers. Okay. Now, these jokers are special, at least one of them. This is a regular joker. Now, what you may notice, there's a special adhesive on this joker. Because of the fact that this might have stayed in storage for a while, some of the adhesive may have transferred to this joker. So if you just run your finger along the regular joker, you'll notice if there is or isn't any residue. On this one, I feel it. So to remove it, what I do is I just run my thumb along it like that. And the residue, you can't see it, but it's actually curling up. And I'm able to just kind of, I guess, pull it away like this. Almost as if you were pulling rubber cement away. This is not rubber cement, but for some reason the residue acts in a similar fashion. So make sure you got it nice and clean. Just take your time on this. Just rub it here just to make sure, and that seems pretty clean to me. The reason you want to remove the residue is that when you place it along with the other cards, you want it to be smooth. If there's any glue residue, it's going to kind of stick to the other card, and you don't want that. So this is nice and clean, and you're ready to roll. Okay? So once I've got that residue removed, I'll put that aside. Now we're just going to concentrate on the gimmick card. Now the gimmick card, if you look close, you will see nothing. It just looks like a joker, double face card. There's an ace on one side, a joker on the other. But in camouflage in and amongst this joker is a very special adhesive that allows the card to be stickable. Okay, now what is very interesting about this adhesive is it acts like a Post-it note type of glue. So if I would let a card come in contact with it, give it a squeeze, it now acts as one playing card. I could turn it over as one, I can handle it as one, I can throw it down, whatever I want to do, flip it over. It is essentially one playing card. However, when I want, I can peel them apart again. Now, once you have removed the residue from this joker, the beautiful part is the sticky substance on this card will not transfer to this card. You'll see it's clean. So you can glue them, you can stick them together and pull them apart indefinitely. Keep doing this. It really is like a Post-it note. And again, nothing is transferred. The only time you may get a transfer is, as I said, if this hasn't been in storage for a couple of months in really hot temperatures, whatever, it might get a little residue, you just rub it off and you're good to go. Okay? Now, what is unique and interesting about this special glue is that, like I said, it will not transfer to the joker. So unlike wax, if you've ever dealt with wax, the card will, eventually you'll get residue on the other card, and then it's because it's in play with the rest of the cards, you end up getting residue on the other cards, and then eventually everything's sticky. With this, nothing is sticky except for this card. The other unique quality is it is completely invisible. Unlike double stick tape, you will see double stick tape on a joker. With this, you do not see anything. It just looks like a joker. So you're going to use it as a joker in the effect. And another very great quality about this is that it will keep its tackiness indefinitely for the life of the card, as long as you keep it protected. And what do I mean by protected? Well, if the only way this tackiness is going to wear down is if you get dust on it, lint, dirt, a lot of oil from your hand on here, then it will start, the tackiness will start to wear away. So what you want to do in order to for it to remain tacky, you're going to protect the card, and you protect it by placing another card on top of it. So that's it. I just keep those two cards together when not in use, and you'll see within the context of the effect, this card is always in contact with another one when the cards are put away. When I restart, then I take the card off and I do the effect. So with that said, as long as this is stored with another card, it will keep its tackiness for literally the life of the card. So that essentially is what your gimmick is. And now that you understand the gimmick, let's see how we're going to use it. Here's a studio demonstration of Ace. Hi.
Hi.
We do something with 4 cards, okay? I'm going to show you how magicians switch cards, okay? This is a very special technique. Look, first I'm going to put a joker into your your right hand, and a joker into your left hand, okay? I'm going to keep my jokers here. What I'm going to do is switch these cards, okay? Tell me if you feel this. Did you feel that? No. They didn't leave your sight, did they?
No.
And take a look at this. That's how we switch cards. All right, I'm going to put a joker into this hand over here, and just for fun, you're going to get another joker in this hand over here. All right. Your jokers and my jokers are going to switch. Okay, I want you to watch. Did you feel that? Probably not, eh? Do you believe they could have switched? Take a look. All right, so we're going to take an over-to-the-shoulder perspective to give you an idea of how to perform this routine. What you're going to do is you're going to remove the regular aces, put them aside for now, and we're going to peel, once again, the gimmick card. Whenever you peel the gimmick card, you want to peel it just gently so that you don't bend the cards too much here. So there's my double facer, there's my regular joker, and here's my other aces. So I'm going to lay them out in a row here. And here's how we're going to set up the cards. You're going to start with your double facer, and you're going to turn it over so that the double facer, the joker is facing down, and the sticky side, this is the sticky side of the joker right here, this is facing down. Notice my hand here. There is a curve, a natural curve in my hand, so that the bottom of the card does not contact my hand. In other words, the glue is not touching my hand. This is how you would naturally hold a deck of cards. So there's a natural space there so that the glue does not touch it. It's free, it's in the open. Okay? Important. Next, I'm going to place a regular ace, a joker, and a regular ace. So from the top down, I've got ace, joker, ace, ace, double facer with the sticky side down. And that is your basic setup. Do not worry, I'm going to show you a very practical setup where you're able to set this up on the fly, completely right in front of the spectator. But this is just so you understand the routine first. Okay, so here's how you're going to do it. You're going to count these 5 cards here as 4 cards simply by holding the last 2 cards squared as 1. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3 cards. The 4th card, I just keep squared as 1 and hold it like that, showing 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And show the cards like that. If you want to get a little fancy, you can count 1, 2, 3, and then place both cards as 1 into the hand, like that, showing 4. And I'm gripping it with my fingers over here. So if I tilt up, when I place it into my hand, my fingers reach under and hold it in place, like that. From the other side, it's this. Okay? So again, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I just hold it, again, with my fingers underneath. There's an angle for you. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. I square up the cards like this. When I do, I get a break below these top 2 cards, getting ready for a double lift. I do a double lift, showing the first joker. I place this joker down into a spectator's hand or in my own hand. I am now going to pull the top card off. Okay? So I'm going to grab with my thumb here, fingers here, I'm going to pull the top card off and flip this whole packet over as a joker, like that. So again, it looks like this. Pull off and flip the whole thing over, showing a joker. This is actually 3 cards. So you're doing essentially a triple lift. Flip the whole thing over. Show a joker. Turn it over again, and I hold a break. So I don't let it fall flush, because in fact, this is a sticky joker, okay, that you're showing. So I turn it over and hold a break. And in a continuing action, pull this card off and place it down. So it looks like I placed 2 jokers down. Let me break that down for you again. So it's this. Double lift. Pull the top card, flip all these over, show a second joker. This is really your sticky joker. Flip it over, hold a break, and put it down. So essentially you've shown supposedly 2 jokers. These, of course, are really aces. I've still got the little break here. My thumb is going to come over, hit the break, and my finger will grab. This is 2 cards here. So I don't even have to look. I can just grab the 2 cards right here easily, flip both over, showing 2 more jokers. Okay? Essentially at this point, the trick is done. This is a double card with sticky right here. Underneath it is an ace right here. This is a regular joker. But when I put both of these together, I now have 2 aces. Because the sticky card has stuck down to this card, leaving the ace on top. So boom, boom, boom. They turn theirs over, and boom, you got 4 aces cleanly, just like that. Here's an alternate move you can use. I use this all the time. It requires a little more practice, but I think it's well worth it. So you're in your routine. Let's say you've done your double lift. Put that in the spectator's hand. You're now at the point where you're about to grab the top card off and then flip this over, showing the sticky joker. It's the triple lift. A little more of a natural move there is the following. Instead of grabbing here, pulling this off, and flipping this whole thing over, which is still great if you don't want to do this next move, is just to do this and take this card and flip it over. And you've done the same move. And what this is this. You're going to keep your index finger on top here, so it's kind of it's overlapping, coming in front of these cards. My thumb over here is going to pull. In other words, my thumb's going to do this. Because this finger is holding these cards back, when my thumb pulls, it can only pull the top card. So you could see that these remain squared because they can't go anywhere because the index finger's in front of them. The only one that gets pulled is that top card. So what's essentially happening, I just need to pull it a little bit. I'm exaggerating here. I could just pull it slightly. Just enough so now these 3 cards are available to be grabbed by my thumb on top, fingers underneath, like so. So here, grab, and I just hold them very tight and immediately flip them over, like that. The 3 cards is 1. So that's the move. It's here. So it's just a very natural move. Now I turn it over and keep a break, as before. Place that down. So once again, in speed, it would look like this. There's 1 joker. That's my double lift. There's 2 jokers. That's the move I just taught you. Hold the break, put it down, show the other 2, go through whatever you want to do, and boom, there's all 4 aces. All right, a little psychology here. Let's assume you've just put these 2 cards down and you show the 2 jokers in your hand. Now, I never like to show the cards, put them in my hand, and immediately show 2 aces. To me, it's too much heat on these cards. They want to grab them and see what they're all about. You want to create a little bit of time misdirection. So there's 2 options here to make these change. Number 1 is to put the cards together and just talk for a second. Say, now remember, you've got 2 jokers, I've got 2 jokers. I'm going to cause them to change places. Would you be impressed if they change places? Well, not with each other, with the aces. Boom. So you see what I've done? I've talked a little bit and kind of let this kind of fall by the wayside, this whole just showing that they saw 2 jokers, but they kind of forgot about listening to what I'm saying, talking about the 2 jokers changing places, and I say they did with the aces. So by the time I show them now, they're like, huh? But there's not as much heat because they didn't just see 2 jokers visibly changed to 2 aces. Now they see 2 aces cleanly. And the beautiful part is, now I focus attention on these cards. I say, well, if these change, then check the ones in your hand. And boom. In fact, the truth of the matter is, you rarely even have to tell them. They kind of just start turning them over, and they notice that now their aces have changed, all 4 aces. And boom, you're completely clean. What's nice about the psychology here too is if you've ever dealt with a layman, you ever did a double lift in a spectator's hand, when they turn the card over and it's changed to another card, it's like the best trick in the world for them. So the beautiful part here is when you cleanly showed 2 jokers go in their hand. You cleanly showed 2 jokers in yours. You talk for a bit about the jokers changing places, yada, yada, yada. Snap your fingers. Say they did change places, but with the aces. Boom. You show them cleanly. They're stunned. But then you tell them to turn theirs over. Now, for them, this is probably the strongest moment because they're like, what? And they're examining these. They see these. So they see these cards are really aces, which makes them think that these, of course, are just aces as well. Because if the ones in their very own hands change to aces and they're checking them out, well, why wouldn't these be examinable as well? So psychologically, it takes the heat off these cards and makes the effect very, very strong. One other way that I like to do this segment is by saying what I'm going to do, I don't put the cards together right away. I show the jokers and I say, if I tap, now I have your jokers and you have mine. Isn't that incredible? I'll do it again. Look, I'll tap again. Did you feel them change places? They say no. I say they did. With the aces. Boom. And they turn theirs over and boom. So what we're doing here is just again a time delay, but just a nice way to bring the cards back to this position, 2 face down cards. So the cards come together. I give them a squeeze, by the way. You're always squeezing them in that middle so that they stick together. So the position is this now. You have your regular ace and the double ace on bottom. So what I do is as I'm talking, I'm going to pull this bottom double card out, flip it over and use it to tap these cards or any kind of gesture, like I just wave one of the jokers over yours and they change places, something like that. Now if I just pull it out like this and do this, obviously it's obvious this is not a joker, it's an ace. However, what I do is I pull it out, I give the cards a little bit of a tilt up, and you're seeing it from my perspective, from the audience's perspective, you don't see what's happening here. I pull up and I quickly flip it over. That's the idea. But I'm just doing it casually where I tap. Or I say, look, I just wave one of the jokers and I put it back. So that's all I'm doing. I'm pulling this out and flipping it over quickly in a gesturing, with a gesturing movement. So it's like, I just tap, boom, and say, would you be impressed if you had, who's got the joke? You know what, let's do something with the aces, boom. And you show the aces here and aces there. So that's another nice way to present this particular segment. Here's a little tip to ensure that the cards stay well squared together when you reveal them. So in other words, you want to avoid cards which are kind of frayed like this when you reveal it. So to help ensure that this doesn't happen, during the trick, here's what I do. So I am in this position. You're at this point in the effect. So look, I've got 2 jokers, you have 2 jokers. And what I do is I casually give them little bevel. So I'll bevel this one like this and this one like this. And I'm just doing it casually. Say, look, if my jokers change places with yours, and what I'm doing there, because I'm beveling this one in this direction and this in this direction, I'm ensuring when they come together that they actually square up very well. This ensures that they square up along the sides and edges in a very nice fashion. So when you show it, it seems like one card. So it's a nice way to kind of prepare it right mid-trick. So you've just finished the effect. How do you reset this effect for table hopping or walk around? Well, this is what I do. Whenever I'm finished the effect, I grab all the regular aces and I keep the double ace face up, place the other aces face down on the packet like so, and now I put them away. Either put them in a pocket or put them in a wallet, put them away, and boom, I'm into my next effect or whatever it is, or I'm off to my next table. So the way you put them away, once again, is you keep your double and just throw these face down onto the face up double. This is done casually. You don't call attention. You go, ladies and gentlemen, I'll put these away by doing this. No, of course. You grab the cards, throw them away like that, and put them away. And that's it. So that's how you put the cards away. Now, what this allows you to do is when you pull the cards out, you can pull them out right at your next table and set up right in front of them. So you pull these out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down with my pinky to get a break on that bottom card. And when I mean the bottom card, I mean the bottom card of the whole bunch here. So you're actually pulling on the bottom card, which is the glued joker. Okay? So I pull down and I wedge my fingers in, because what I want to do is wedge the cards apart. Because the glue is perfect for this, there's not a big sound. Listen to it. That's all you get. And that's with no help from myself. What I do is I'll come over, and once I've pulled it down here, I just kind of pull them up, and you hear nothing, basically. Okay? So what I do is this. I come over. I say, hey, guys, I want to show you something with some jokers. And I'm actually pulling that bottom joker, pulling it up into view. This is my regular joker. And then I say, in fact, I've got 4 of them. And now I count them out. 1, 2, 3. Keep the last 2 squared as 1. That's going to be my sticky joker and an ace. And as I'm talking, I transfer that top card, which is my joker, to second from the top. And say, in fact, let me show you something. I get my double lift as before, and I say, look, we'll put 1 joker over there, 1 joker over here, and the other joker's here. They're going to change places. Boom. I've got your jokers, you have mine. Okay, I'll wave the jokers over. Did you feel them change places that time? Well, they did with the aces. Boom, boom, and boom. So once again, full circle, reset. These go here in your pocket, and you're ready for the next table. You walk out. Hey, guys, let me show you something with some jokers. In fact, 4 of them. Watch close. There's 1 joker. There's 2 jokers. There's 3 and 4. Did I mention I like aces? Boom, boom. So once again, it's an auto reset every time. This next technique is really going to make you smile. It is a really devious technique. It fools magicians, fools laymen, even those in the know. Because of the psychology worked into it, you get to use your cards in the maximum possible way you can use these gimmick cards. You put them face up in the spectator's hand. This is an amazing technique that was invented by my good friend Dominic Mastriani here in Montreal. And I'm very proud to feature this on the DVD. So let's get into it now. A little something with 4 cards. Here. I'm going to put a joker in your hand right there, okay? Just kind of hold on to it. Just to separate your hands is perfect. And to make it interesting, we will use a second joker right there. Oh, sorry, my fault. These jokers need to be face down. This is important, okay? Now here's what's going to happen. My jokers will change places with your jokers, okay? Now, I could show you how it happens quick, or I could show you slow motion. Want to see slow motion? Mm-hmm. Slow motion, this is how I'm going to switch them. Like that. That's slow motion. You feel that. But quickly, you're not going to feel it, okay? This is the quick way. Watch. Did you feel that? They actually switched to aces. Okay, look. I have 4 cards. It's very simple to fold, not a full deck, just 4 cards. Okay? Can I borrow your hands like that? Okay, cool. Joker. This is for you. Okay, hold it so it doesn't go away. Okay. So 1 joker in your. This is your left hand. 1 joker in your right. Okay. Make sure it doesn't blow. Okay. No, sorry, my fault. This joker face down here, and this joker face down here. But don't let them blow away. Okay, watch. My jokers will change places with your jokers. Okay? This is how I do it. This is a secret move. I put this here, and I grab this one out of your hand. Don't let go. Okay? That's the slow way. I'm going to do it the fast way. Get ready. The jokers will change places. Ready? Boom. Did you feel? Very fast. You didn't feel them change? No. This is the crazy part. Look. Turn them over. Is that nuts? We'll do a team effort. Okay? We'll both help out. We'll start with you. Can you hold on to this joker? Okay. Just in your hand like that. And just if you get it, close it so it doesn't blow away. That's all. Okay? Yeah, or just like that. Oh, okay. Beautiful. Okay. And your joker number 2. Isn't this exciting? Yeah. Hold up. Oh, sorry. No, you're going to get this one. It's got to be face down. This is more important. Okay, good. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to switch my jokers for your jokers. Okay? Now, if I did it visibly, it would look like that. Okay? That would be the visible way. I'm going to try and do it invisibly. I'll switch. Okay. I got to just touch the back of the hand like that. You can feel that. Would you be impressed with the switch now? Well, they're the same, so it's all over the deck. So that's why I switched them, not with each other, but with the aces. Check them out.
Get out. Wow.
Hey guys, a little something here with jokers. I like to use jokers for this, and you'll see why in a second. I'm going to put a joker in your hand over there, and I'm going to put a joker in your hand over there. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Actually, these jokers are supposed to be face down. That's better. Okay. And here's what's going to happen. My jokers are going to change places with your jokers. Now, I can do this quickly or in slow motion. I'm going to do it in slow motion. This is the slow motion version. Did you see me switch them? That's slow motion. Okay. Quickly, it looks more like this. Did you see them switch again? Well, they did with the aces. Boom. All 4 aces. So here's the handling for this one. Setup is exactly the same setup, except the regular joker is going to be on top. So once again, you start with your sticky joker on the bottom, little room there. You got 1, 2, 3 regular aces, and your joker on top. Okay. So now you're going to count out, look, a little something with 4 jokers. I just call them jokers right from the get-go. Again, I'm squaring the last 2 as 1, or you can place them like that, as we talked about, and you show. And handling is this. You turn over the top card showing a joker. I put it into the spectator on my right, into his open hand like this. Now, you want to make a point here of telling the spectator not to do this or anything. You just say, hold your hand flat. I'm just going to place a joker on it. Okay? Because what you want to make sure is that they don't do this because their thumb is going to hit the sticky. This is not a sticky joker, but the next one you put down is going to be. So, you have them say, just hold out your hand flat. There's a joker for you there. Great. I leave that there. I'm now going to take the next joker, and I'm going to use this move. I'm going to grasp the packet like so. My index finger is on the outside, my thumb here. I'm going to pull the top card back with my thumb. Now, because that index finger is here, when I pull, it can't help but pull only the top card. Okay, so from underneath, it's pulling like that. This finger holds back the other cards like that. So I do that, and then my fingers and thumb grab this packet. I just grasp it in a tight position. You're actually holding 3 cards, but because the way this works, these cards end up square. You can grab it tightly and just flip the whole thing over, showing another joker. This is my sticky card and 2 other jokers. Okay, so it looks like this, and another joker over here. This point, I'm going to deal this card into the spectator's hand. And again, the same idea, keep it face up. So you're going to put a sticky card, sticky double facer right into their hand. They're just going to see it as a joker, because they're not going to know this is sticky, and they're not going to know that's a double facer, simply because you've shown the back and you put it in their hand like that. Now, obviously, this card is showing. This is not a good thing. This kind of looks weird. So, of course, what I'm doing here, and I'm going to show you, you see the perspective when I do it live, but from your perspective, I'm going to tilt the hand slightly this way after I deal. So I'm going to deal, and this hand just naturally tilts this way, which will cover this angle and cover, there's actually an ace on the bottom, the hand will cover that as well. It seems very bold, but in actual performance it's not. It's just we'll place an ace here. This just kind of goes to the side. And all attention is on these jokers. Okay? So, again, from the start, it's this. What's nice is you start cleanly with the 1 joker. So this is setting the precedence. There's no suspicion. There's a joker there. So this takes all suspicion off this one. There's a joker there. Really nice choreography here. So they see 2 jokers in their hand. Snapshot taken here with their mind. They see 2 jokers. As an afterthought, you say, oh, sorry. Sorry, wrong way around. I pick up the sticky one, and I'm going to bring my hand back and place it on there. So my hand's going to come up and only square up when I get up to here. So to here, so they don't see a flash of the ace. I say, sorry, These are supposed to be face down. And now I transfer this one face down into their hand. And then, logically, I turn this one over, and I keep a break as per the regular instructions, and grab this and say this one face down here. So from their perspective, it really looks like I put two face-up jokers and then just decided to turn them face down and switch them. But you're in this position with a break here. Let me show you that in real time once again, just to give you the speed here and the logic. So, a joker here and a joker here. Oh, sorry, my mistake. They should be face down. That joker goes face down there, and this joker goes face down here. This is a very tough move to follow, even for the most critical audience. It really looks like those are still the jokers. But the reality is, this is an ace, and this is a joker. Okay? Now, I grab the double as per the regular method, but instead of doing anything with it, I'm going to just put it on the bottom of the other card. This is the double joker. This is an ace. I put it on the bottom. Okay. I'm now going to do a flustration count. I'm going to say, I'm going to cause my jokers to change places with yours. So all you're doing is this. Show, take, show. Suiting action to words. I'm going to cause my jokers to change places with yours. They're like, okay, that's a weird trick. Now this is the beautiful part. You get to say, look, I'll show you the slow motion version. And you can play this up for comedy or just do whatever you want. So if I did it slowly, you'd see me leave my joker and take yours. And you do exactly that, but that's the slow way. So this is really deceptive because they saw two jokers in your hand. They saw two jokers in their hand. You did the switch, and now you're exactly where you want to be. They now have an ace here, an ace here. You have a joker here and the double here. All I have to do now is end as per the regular ending, put the cards together, do the whole. Did you feel them change? They did. They actually changed places with the aces. And now they turn them over, and bam, 4 aces front and back. This is really, really strong because this has got the element, if you're familiar with Doc Daly's last card trick, a very strong card trick where you are supposedly showing them how to switch cards. So you're switching one ace for another, and then they change to completely different cards. But you use a whole deck with the top change. But this is just the 4 cards and gives that same illusion because they've seen jokers in their hand, jokers in yours. You show the slow motion change, and then boom, they all change. Very, very strong effect. Okay, so from the start, I'm going to show you a little something with some jokers. I'm going to put one joker in your hand face up there. Perfect. And another joker in your hand face up here. Great. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, the joker should be face down. That's better. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm going to cause my jokers to change places with your jokers. Get ready. Now, I can do it in slow motion. This is a slow motion. Okay, pretty obvious, right? But if I do it quickly, now I have your jokers. Thank you. And you have mine. Hold on, wait. If I tap again, did you feel them change back? Well, they did. To the aces. And bam, there's all 4 aces. Very, very strong. And again, the reset is simple. Like we said before, just flip them over onto the double. This goes away, and you are completely reset.